Rabotai, we are learning over here. She says there was a story. Now I'm not saying to do this, and I would not say to do this, but we're learning about embarrassment over here. And I'm telling you a story that happened. They bring it down from a very big rabbi. I believe it was, I don't know which rabbi it was, but he came in, the guy came in to the store, to get a bracha from the rabbi. And the rabbi, what happened was, he embarrassed the guy and says, you mehalel Shabbat, you desecrate the Shabbat, and he's shambling him. Like I'm talking about, you mehalel Shabbat, you're coming here bracha, and he started shambling him. Yeah, it was a big thing. Now, of course, you're not allowed to do that. You're embarrassing public. I'm not saying you're allowed. You're not allowed to do that. But he said he did it. He left the rabbi's house feeling so bad. He said, he thought to Hashem make tshuva. I feel so bad. I can't believe it. How did the rabbi even know? You know? And there's stories like that. The rabbi knows. Arizal happened with Arizal one time. A guy, it's a true story. Arizal, you have to understand, when you would walk into Arizal, he could look at you and tell you which averot you did. This avera, that avera, that avera, that avera. So one guy came from a very far town. Everybody was hearing about the Arizal, you could tell. So one time the guy says, I'm going to travel all the way. It was like hours and hours away. So I want to see if the rabbi knows my averot. And he went in, and the rabbi shambled him. You did this avera. So the guy said, Rabbi, sorry, they say that you know all that. You're wrong. He says, I'm wrong? Come over here. If I could prove to you that I'm right. Yeah? It's okay. He taps him on the back, and he pulls out an image of a lady that he was with. Is this the girl? The guy flipped out. He became a full Baal Tshuva. He moved his entire family to live in the same town as Sfat with the Arizal. And he became full Baal Tshuva. He's like, oh my goodness. So the rabbi, in this case, embarrassed the guy publicly. Comes out. And there was a very big, he was on a motorcycle. True story. He comes out with a motorcycle and he gets into a very big car accident. And his motorcycle crashed. He made a few flips and collapsed. It fell down. Members of Hatzalah, they're coming and they're this and that. What's going on? The guy, they said, they pronounced him, the guy's dead. They go to him, clean like a whistle. No, nothing. Not dead, not even close to dead. So they said, what's going on? They came to the rabbi. They said, Rabbi, you saw what happened right outside your house? He says, yeah, I knew. When he walked in, I saw the Malach HaMavet with him. And he was supposed to die. In that car accident, he was supposed to die. But what happened? It says, anybody who embarrasses somebody in public, it's like you killed him. So this guy, it's like he died already. And therefore, the Malach HaMavet ran away as soon as he got embarrassed. Saved his life. Now, you're not allowed to do. You're not allowed to do that. You're like, okay, Rabbi, let me embarrass the guy in public. So therefore, you cannot do that. But what I'm trying to say is that a person, he has kaparat avonot. If a person, I think we believe Rishit Chochmah said, what is the greatest kaparat avonot that a person could get? Says being embarrassed, because that embarrassment. Okay, you didn't lose money, you didn't lose health. You didn't lose, what'd you lose? Okay, you're right, you got embarrassed and things like that. You turned red a little bit and everybody saw you and da-da-da-da. But at the end of the day, he says, this is the greatest kaparat avonot that you could get. And I told you the famous, of course you're accepting the embarrassment. There was a story I told you one day, the Havetz Chaim, the Hafiz, that I heard this story from Rabbi Yosef himself, from his own mouth. Rabbi Yosef said the story over and I heard it from him. And he was saying about the Havetz Chaim, he was extremely happy one day, extremely happy. What happened? What's the whole happiness of it? What's going on over here? So I'm extremely happy. What are you happy about? What happened? What happened was he tripped. One day he tripped over his overcoat and he fell. The way he fell was he rolled down the stairs a little bit and he fell right in front of a schoolyard. All the kids were laughing. Ah! So he got embarrassed. Imagine like the whole school. Ah, yeah. Says that day was the happiest day. He's smiling more than ever. Says, I got kaparat avonot. That's how the rabbis lived, Oh, what happens if they embarrass Mike, let's say? What happens? You go, oh, Rabbi embarrassed me. I'm not coming back in. Makes complaints. Adrabah, this should be the happiest day. Look, I got kaparat avonot. Oh, it's great. I got kaparat avonot. That because it's going to happen. I told you the story that happened to me personally. I'll never forget. I'm telling you, I was sitting down to learn. A guy took a bottle, a Poland Spring bottle. I'm talking about like 15 years, I don't remember, 10, 15 years. He chucked it right, and he got me. Like, oh my God. He embarrassed me. Imagine, I'm giving a class, and in front of everybody, he throws a Poland Spring bottle at me. I was like, what? I look behind me, and he tells me, yeah. I'm like, what's that about? He's like, yeah, I said hello, you didn't say hello back. Yeah, you deserve it. And he embarrassed me. He really embarrassed me. Imagine giving the class, and all of a sudden, boom. Oh my goodness, he embarrassed me. I didn't say anything. I remember this story. It said, Kabbalat Avonot. Sometimes it'll happen, You buy, one day, Bezrat Hashem, you guys are going to get married. You're going to be by your in-laws. Your brother-in-law is going to say something to you nasty in front of everybody. You're this, you're that. In front of everybody. Now, all of a sudden, what are you going to do? So you have two ways. One way, Mike, is what? Shamble him back. Is that the good way, Mike, or no? Yeah, that's the good way, Mike? That's not the good way, right? What do? You accept it. I know it's hard. I'm not saying it's easy. You accept it. You got embarrassed. Kaparat avonot. Kaparat avonot. Kaparat avonot. And this is really, you have to train your mind like that. What happened to me yesterday? Something happened to me yesterday. I remember, I forgot what it was. Oh, true story. You want to hear? I was teaching. They invited me to speak at somebody's house. School invited me, but they're doing it at somebody's house. And I was 15 minutes late for the class. I was like, oh my goodness, I'm late. What should I do? It's a true story that happened to me 2 weeks ago. So I was like, oh my goodness, I'm late. I gotta go. Mike, they catch you on the mic. So he says, I'm late. What should I do? I'm driving. You know how if I'm late, you see how I drive, right, Jack? I'm driving, fast. Baruch Hashem, I get parking right away. I park, and now I see the address. I run straight to the address, and the boys are outside. Hey, Rabbi, what's up, Rabbi? I was like, boys, let's go, everybody in. We're 10 minutes late. Let's go. All of a sudden, I didn't see the screen door. Like there's a glass screen. I thought it was the thing. I walked straight in. Boom! I was like, oh, man. And the kids all cracking up. They're cracking up. If I was a kid, I would crack up also. I got so embarrassed. I have the thing on my, that red thing. I walk into the class. All the kids are like, Rabbi, what do you have the thing? And the kids outside says, the Rabbi just walked into the class screen. I'm thinking like, what's gonna be? I said, I got embarrassed. I really got embarrassed. Hashem gave me a whack here and there. Said, thank you, Shtabak Shemo. Give me the kaparat avonot, because Gehinam in the next world is very scary. Mike? Mike, you're scared of Gehinam, right? Take it here. Yeah, you're right. Take the cleansing here. Hey, Gehinam is very scary, by the way. I get scared. I'm like, oh, please, Hashem, let me bypass Gehinam. You know what it is? You don't know what it is. The person that's suffering over there, the neshama, has to get all the stains of the averot. Well, you don't have averot. You have averah. The neshama has a stain. What do you have to do? Clorox. Which Clorox? Gehinam Clorox. And they take it and they rip it. Oh my goodness. Shema Yisrael, no pain could fathom. Take all the pain in the whole entire world. It doesn't equal up to the second of the Gehinam. And therefore, any kaparat avonot that you can get, kaparat avonot. Thank you Hashem. And you move on. Like that. Already, you're living a life. When a person believes in the next world, some people they're crazy. Gehinam and Gan Eden, your whole life in this world is the happiest. You know why? Because anything that goes wrong in your life, kaparat avonot. So therefore, don't feel bad about anything. So you walk around, there's that. Okay, what are you going to do? Especially a person gets embarrassed in public, or a person got embarrassed. Okay, take it. And have in mind, kaparat avonot, Hashem's cleansing your averot, but don't do averot. The guy says, okay, I'll do averot, I'll get it back. No. No, it doesn't work like that. A person has to understand, it's an inconvenience for you, you got embarrassed. There's two ways of handling. One way, shambling the guy back, you missed the whole point. Don't shamble him back. No, take it, say, kaparat avonot. Don't worry. And then you have your friend defending, don't defend me, don't worry, kaparat avonot, leave it. And like that, Bezrat Hashem, we should be cleansed from Averot, from our sins, and never do any sins in our life, Bezrat Hashem.